Man wicked. So I do a video yesterday and I say, with Mr. Vegas' reputation, with him being the least influential artist in dancehall history, I won't believe anything he says until I see the full surveillance footage. And coincidentally, the camera footage released. And it seems as if Mr. Vegas was actually telling the truth this time. The new surveillance footage at Braemar Estate has raised the questions everybody wonder what led to the dramatic encounter. In the footage you can see a security guard in uniform entering the guardhouse followed by two men including the licensed firearm holder. Him closed the door behind him, another man stands outside the door. The two men later exited the guardhouse followed by the security guard in uniform and him look very angry, very enraged, like them do him something. You can see that there's an argument going on because Andrew Ulrich, the licensed firearm holder, pulls the gun out of him waist and point it upon the security guard, because at the same time the security did get ready to throw something at him. So who was the aggressor in this? A private email from the property manager obtained by Loop News appears to support the version of events publicized by Mr. Vegas in the previous release altercation video. Mr. Vegas had alleged that the security guard had been roughed up before the arrival of the King Alarm personnel. The email, which is addressed to residents of the gated community of Braemar Avenue, New Kingston, is titled The Incident on Mobile. Most, if not all of you, would have seen the viral videos in which it appears that the licensed firearm holder is being attacked by Mr. Brown, the security guard, who don't know him, the green shirt man, and then physically restrained by King Alarm personnel after what the licensed firearm holder did to Mr. Brown. And this is why Loop News says that it appears that the property manager is in support of Mr. Vegas' version of the events, because them say in the viral video, which it appears that the licensed firearm holder is being attacked by Mr. Brown. So it appears he was being attacked, which in actuality, Freedom security guard, Mr. Brown, was trying to restrain him because of what he did. So basically what I say is, Mr. Brown, Freedom security guard, him right. Him never do nothing wrong. Because if a man come on the premises and beat up somebody, a fee job that for restrain them. If a man come for rob the place, a fee job for protect the property. Plus, him have to protect fee life even though it was no longer under threat. According to Mr. Brown, the licensed firearm holder who owns 2 units in the property and another property owner enter the guardhouse with him in it and close the door and then rough him up, as what Mr. Vegas said, with them fists and with gun. Occupants have also reported that it was upon hearing a commotion they called the King Alarm and the police. The viral videos also do not capture when the licensed firearm holder pulled his firearm. That are before the King Alarm arrived. This was captured by their surveillance cameras. Now this is the fun part. When Mr. Vegas was asked if he felt vindicated now that the surveillance footage has been released, in an apologetic voice, Mr. Vegas says, there was no vindication. Some things you wish you could redo, and this is one of them. I have to address self and why waste your days trying to preach black love. It is not worth my sanity. This whole thing has got way out of control. Mr. Vegas also accepted that he may have made some missteps and apologized for his role in filming the video, which has gone viral. Now I want to focus on this penitent expression with a side of sarcasm. After watching the whole 20 minutes now that is online, I accept the wrongs that I did. I was wrong to try to bring peace and the calmness to a hostile situation, and wrong to videotape it to try and save lives. I thought that having the camera on would ease the tension. I was wrong to pronounce the youth dead after I heard him gasping for breath and saw him stumbling. However, where I was standing with the camera, I could not see what initially transpired between the licensed firearm holder and the security guard because the car was blocking my view. So my first thought when I heard the shot and saw him stumble away while holding his neck was Jano. You killed the man. Based on the fact that I thought that I was doing the right thing to defuse the situation, I was frustrated and I apologize for some of my harsh comments on camera, but that was out of frustration and my desire to have the situation de-escalated earlier. If they had only listened to me when I say, brother, a Vegas attack to you. He admitted that his naivete and desire of peace cause him to be pulled into a volatile situation at the expense of his family's well-being. In family, Mr. Vegas also said, "I am sorry that my natural instinct to help kicked in. I should have been more responsible. I don't think people close to me should be suffering because of my naivete, lack of experience of trying to attain the unattainable in this world, which is peace and love. Please accept my apology. I am sorry that I tried to hold the peace. I am sorry that I took out a phone and tried to videotape the situation to de-escalate the situation. I am sorry that my instinct was to calm the situation. And for that, I apologize to the world. I am sorry that I did all those things. I apologize." A penitent Mr. Vegas said. Really, Loop News? A penitent Mr. Vegas? You mean a sarcastic Mr. Vegas? Hey, Mr. Vegas not easy, you know. Me tell you say him need help. Sarcasm right all over this. I am sorry that I want peace and love. I am sorry that I took out my phone to videotape a situation to calm the situation. All of that, none of that is a real apology, people. And we can tell that unless you're not familiar with the term sarcasm. And I guess sarcasm is Mr. Vegas' second language. Now we want to talk about that thing here. What really happened? And what really went down and who for blame? Well, first of all, since we see the full video footage, the surveillance footage, and we say, yeah, Vegas was right. The man, the license firearm holder look like him really go rough up the man along with the property owner. So him going at the place, so you see him lock the door behind him, the two of them, and the man in there alone. And when them come out now, the man enraged, the man angry, and you can tell say him furious, him incensed, him start throw things, and the license firearm holder pull out film weapon, and I just be things are go on. So when him say them do this and this to him in the guardhouse, and a lie him a tell, and even in a Mr. Vegas altercation video, when Mr. Vegas look on the man in a the red shirt and say, "Wanna beat up the man in a the red shirt say, me, and Mr. Vegas say, "No, not you, but them." And the red shirt man not say nothing else because him know say yes, him never go inside it and do the you nothing. So he make sure he defend himself. Now what's gonna become of this? An assault charge can be laid on Andrew Woolery, that is the license firearm holder. Him have some shares in the property. I don't know how that go turn out either, but maybe that's why him hire Champagne as a legal counsel. Him hire Peter Champagne as a legal counsel, so Champagne can advise him on what to do. Now video evidence is there, so if Mr. Brown, the security guard, wants to press charges, he can do so, and Andrew Woolery can lose his license firearm. Him can keep it if Mr. Brown only says, "Yeah man, him fist me up alone." But if him say him use the gun and butt me with it, that mean him use him weapon upon him, then him will lose him license firearm for that. But if Andrew Woolery can prove to the judge, say, "Hey, nothing no go so," because that part they never catch on the videotape in people. I want to know looking at what me I say. The part they never show, it is only alleged. But the youth can still prove, say, yo, why them would have locked me up in there? But a female against two other men. So them two men, they were there in the room with him, and anybody else can say, yo, we never use the gun. Yes, we fist him up, but we never take out no gun. Simple as that. And them are going to win the case. Well, that part of the case, because Peter Champagne is a smart liar. Peter Champagne goodly tell Andrew Woolery, say, hey, plead guilty, but plead guilty and only the assault. Do not plead guilty on the gun charge. Simple as that. Because them can't prove say the man really use a gun and butt him up. Unless the youth have some gun butt in him head or some busted or something. And yes, people are aware that Mr. Brown has been shot in the neck, but it's still self-defense. It no matter if Andrew Woolery did rough him up yesterday, day before yesterday, last week, last month, and then Mr. Brown finally see him and retaliate and get shot. It no matter, as still self-defense. And as what I said before, Champagne is a smart liar. So if Andrew Woolery did wrong for point the gun upon the security guard before the King Alarm show up, if him wrong for point the gun upon Mr. Brown, then him can say, Mr. Brown did a try throw something at me, and that's how him wheel off, because him life was under threat. So if a man pull a knife at him, then him have all right for pull him gun. So in my eyes, and me not that smart, so don't listen to me, but in my eyes, the only thing can make Andrew Woolery lose him firearm if them can prove say yes him use the gun and beat the youth. Other than that, the shot was self-defense, and if you're saying at the beginning yes him pull the gun off of Mr. Brown, Champagne, a smart lawyer, will come in and say, yo, this man did a fling something off of him. You can clearly see it in the video. Him did a fling a hammer off of him did a fling a stone, whatever him did a fling. Champagne will come up with something. And that's how he might pass that one day. I'm just saying. But yeah, people, who don't know what to think, nothing nice like our bingo. Man, tough.